What's up, people? It's Cowboy coming at you. I got something to say. Are y'all listening to me? Hey, what's going on? Good morning, YouTube. Say what's up to my YouTube family. How y'all doing this Sunday morning, man? You see Cowboy, man, hanging out down here in the lab, man, this morning. Sipping on a little coffee. You like that Cowboy cup, man? In the description there'll be a link where you guys can go check that out if you like that Cowboy cup. Cowboyism coffee cup. So how y'all doing today, man? I hope everybody doing all right, man. Cowboy down here in the lab. I'm about to have me a little short smoke. So I thought I'd share it with y'all. Every now and again, I pull out a little short smoke when I ain't got a lot of time. A little Pekino. You guys been watching me for a while. You've seen me smoke Pekinos before. I do keep several of them around. But this particular one here is the Upsetter by Foundation Cigars by my man Nick Melillo. You guys heard me probably talk about the Upsetters once before, Jamaican tobacco, which I'm a fan of. So I always buy me some of these 10 packs, man. I keep them around for a nice little sweet smoke. I also keep around some of the other ones. This particular one here is the Zola, the 6x52 Jamaican Upsetter. So when we talk about infused cigars, these are the ones that I enjoy. But I don't consider these cigars infused cigars. Like acid. I've smoked some acid, but I'm not a fan of acid. These are much more enjoyable for me. This Jamaican Upsetter is a Nicaraguan stick, but it's got Nicaraguan wrapper, Nicaraguan binder, and Nicaraguan and Jamaican cow tongue fillers. Now that Jamaican cow tongue filler is the key to this cigar. So hats off to Nick Melillo, man, for going back to Jamaica and bringing the tobacco back, man. Because I've always been a fan of Jamaican tobacco. Years ago when I first started smoking cigars, the one cigar that really got me was the Macanudo Hyde Park and the Macanudo Robusto, which used to be rolled in Kingston, Jamaica, with Jamaican tobaccos. So that brand went through a lot, man. They finally got rid of that brand, moved it over to the Dominican Republic, and it just never was the same. So now Macanudo is back with this Inspirado line, which I enjoy a great deal. So in my opinion, that kind of puts Macanudo back on the map. But the cigars are still not as great as they were when they had Jamaican tobacco, which comes from the hills of Kingston and outside of Montego Bay. Great cigar, man. So we're going to fire this thing up. Have a quick short smoke with y'all. On the smell, got that barnyard and hay there. Nice sweet tobacco on the foot and a very nice floral note from the fusion process. Let's go ahead and fire this thing up. I think these things go 4x32. Very nice little sweet smokes, man. I enjoy them a great deal. Got a nice little hint of pepper coming off of there with a beautiful floral note, man. Fruity note on that retro hair. It just so happens that today I am drinking some Jamaican Blue Mountain coffee with a Jamaican blended cigar. Great pairing for me. But yeah, man, I enjoy these little smokes, man. If you guys have never tried it, for those of you guys that swear that you wouldn't mess around with infused cigars, I get it. But this process was a lot different these cigars were not infused. I like to call it a fusion process, more like a marriage. It's not like they injected anything in it or they dipped it in anything. These tobaccos, years ago, the way that they cured these tobaccos, because it was so wet and so humid in Jamaica, they had to make up a mix of vinegar, rum, and can't think what else they used. Something else. Anyway, they made a spray out of it, and they would spray the tobaccos with this solution. And what that did was to help keep the mold down in the tobaccos, to kill the mold, so that the mold wouldn't eat up the tobacco, to make the tobacco bad. And in that process, it allowed a maturation of the tobaccos, just kind of like a fusion, not infused, but it's like being in a human environment, kind of like in an oven. So all of this mixture just continued to mix in these tobaccos, man, in order to get those tobaccos the flavor that you got out of that cow tongue tobacco. Some of them even called it silver tongue tobacco out of Jamaica. Like I say, these tobaccos were indigenous to Jamaica as well. Jamaica's been growing these tobaccos for centuries. Back in the late 80s, they had some issues with hurricanes that killed a lot of the crop, which made things difficult for them there in Jamaica to continue to produce cigars as much as they were. So they had to move some of that stuff over to the Dominican Republic in order to get anything done. And after a couple of years of being in the Dominican, they came back to Jamaica to begin to roll these cigars in Kingston, Jamaica, at the old Temple Hall factory. Very, very nice flavors, man. Got a nice little tinge of pepper there on the back of the throat. Sweet tobacco profile. Those herbs, that's what they use. They use herbs along with the vinegar and the rum to spray on those tobaccos. But I got that herbal note, kind of a medicinal herbal note coming out of the cigar. Not like an acid, not smoky like an acid. It does have a decent little foot smoke there, but not like acid cigars for me at all. But like I say, these cigars back in the day, the old Macanudos, the Temple Halls, the raw Jamaicans that I used to smoke a lot of when I first started smoking cigars in the early 90s. The raw Jamaican cigars were plentiful. And then things happened, they just kind of disappeared, Who knows what happened with the crop down there, but we know that they did everything that they could to keep it going. They even stopped making a lot of tobaccos in that factory in order just to work on just Macanudo and the raw Jamaicans. They moved everything else to the Dominican Republic. I think General Cigar, who eventually bought Temple Hall out, and eventually, like 99 or 2000, they had to shut it all down in Kingston, Jamaica, and move it over to the Dominican Republic. So I really dig these cigars, man. Like I say, shout out to Nick Melillo for the vision. And the Upsetter, the name Upsetter, I think he got that from back in the 60s, 50s or the 60s. There's a group of people down there in the Caribbean that used to call themselves the Rude Boys. These are the guys that came up with reggae. They used to drink a lot of whiskey, and they used to smoke a lot of Jamaican cigars. Called themselves the Rude Boys, the Upsetters, the Hellraisers. So that's where Nick got the name from, man. So I enjoy the history behind this whole line of cigars as well. Great tasting stick. Great tasting stick. So if you guys haven't had a chance to check that out, man, go get your hands on the Jamaican Upsetter by Foundation Cigars. Cowboy just wanted to come on real quick, man, and say hello to y'all. Not gonna keep you long. I'm gonna finish this stick, I'm gonna drink my coffee, make a couple moves today, man, and enjoy what I got left today. You all do the same. This is Cowboy. That's my take on it. Peace.